Oh my God.
Oh my
Hold it.
Jesus.
Hold it.
Oh my God.
What?
That sweet
Hold it.
guitar. That
Hold
guitar is soothing me right now in my anger. Oof.
Hold it.
That guitar is soothing me in my anger, Nick. I'm telling you, your street guitar skills is helping me out right now.
Well, before we even continue on too, because I'm gonna ask why Hovik is saying hold it, but Ganja's here. Hello, Ganja. How you doing?
Hi. So, this is the wrestling shit you guys talk about almost every other week, like Jesus Christ?
Yeah, pretty much. Because yeah, Jesus Christ watches our show too.
I doubt that after this fucking show.
I'm on the show. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Ovid.
You know Jesus Christ. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly. No, so you saying hold it? Why? Right away, because
No. I didn't say hold it. I said called it.
Oh, called
it. Called it.
Okay, you know what?
Called
You guys
it
are not
that
gonna
it
hear
was
this a
gonna
lot.
be. Called it that it was going to be a fucking shit show.
You guys are not gonna hear this a lot. Hovig, you were right. 100%. I apologize, sir. I apologize. I was trying to be positive.
Was I wrong for wanting to believe, Hovik? Was I wrong? I wanted to hold on to greatness.
Shit, if you were wrong, I was just as fucking wrong.
Oh my God, dude. This fucking show.
You know what? Hold on. It started off great.
Oh, really?
It did.
I ain't baked to fucking differ.
Nah, fuck you. Because we got exactly what we knew we were going to get with Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin. There was no other way you could fucking swing that shit. But I loved how it started. And the way it started made me feel like a fucking kid again. I almost shed a tear. I'm like, oh my God.
Same here.
And then the bullshit started.
Okay, that's where the bullshit started for me. Now, before we even continue, Ganja, you're watching this from the very beginning as well.
Yes, sir.
The Stone Cold thing. What'd you feel about Stone Cold Steve Austin and his shit?
I kind of agree with Hovik that it did hit me in nostalgia bone pretty hard when they were actually introducing the characters and he first came out and they were having like this solace moment between him and Vince. Like, yeah, we done it, man. 25 years of this bullshit. But they panned it out way too long.
It was long.
Minutes.
It was. If it was 5 minutes shorter, it would have been like epic. But
it felt like when people are doing like a physical routine, but they can't really read each other's gestures yet, so they're just hoping to get someone else's timing right at the same time. Because there's a few times that Stone Cold, I guess, is supposed to hit the beer with him, and Vince just completely mixes the marks and just looks at him like, yeah, and just drinks.
The issue with that though is that they tried to fit in so many references with that. Like there was like, oh man, this happened on this episode of Raw. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, this was on WrestleMania 17. Oh wait, here's the Armageddon part where he Stone Cold changed so many times. It's like they were trying to fit reference after reference, and even though I loved it, it did take a very long time for it to get executed.
and it wasn't that he kept missing his mark. It's just the fact that Stone Cold was being that Stone Cold asshole when he was doing the cheers. He was spilling beer on him. Vince was like, "You motherfucker." He was doing one of those. He wasn't missing his mark. It was just he was being Stone Cold.
Now, one thing. Okay, so this is the biggest crucial problem of this whole fucking show, and it makes me mad just reading these fucking words. But Shark110 said it perfect. I can't believe they used 2 arenas for one show. That murdered the fucking show. It killed it. It fucking massacred the fucking show.
When I saw the Manhattan Center, I'm like, wait a minute. I thought they were supposed to be at the Barclays Center. But then I'm like, you know what? Stay at the fucking Manhattan Center. That's how original Raw was. That was like the first ever Raw. It might as well do it that way. And I was like, I'm for it. Because, like, it's nostalgia. It's supposed to be Raw's 25th anniversary. And this is what should happen. What the fuck are they doing going back and forth to the damn Barclays Center to Manhattan? I just watched a fucking video right off of, like, an article or Twitter or some shit that they were literally fucking this is bullshit for like 2 minutes at the fucking Manhattan Center, and fucking Jerry the King Lawler and JR fell asleep at fucking ringside.
They fell asleep, ladies and gentlemen. Trey actually sent me a fucking clip, and I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to show you this so you know I'm not fucking lying. Where is that? Here it is. People, I'm not joking. I'm going to show it right now if I can get the right shit going on. There they are, asleep.
Yeah.
Let me see. Asleep right there.
Wow.
Asleep.
They're getting paid for this, and they're passed out, y'all.
Yo,
asleep.
like
anyone who says, "Oh, I want Jim Ross," oh man, Jim Ross, he's the best, right? And granted, hey, I don't blame him at a certain point, but you're paid for a fucking job. You are paid to do this shit. It's something that many people would love to fucking do. I can't tell you how much horrible shit I would do just to get the opportunity to do it once. And you fucking old fat fucks want to lay there and fall asleep during a fucking show?
Unfortunately, though, could you blame them when the only match they showed on TV? They only had one match that showed on TV for them. Other than that, they were just pretty much there for fodder. I'm talking about around that time. Around that time, they only had that one match that showed for them. So could you really blame them? I mean, and even then, the only other thing that happened that I saw on Twitter was that whole I'll fade away and cause myself an obsolete thing that Jeff Hardy did. Other than that, it was pretty dead, and everybody was chanting refund and this is bullcrap. So it was just bad for them all around. This was a cluster fuck. It really was.
It really was.
Holy shit, Trey cursed.
yeah, Trey, you actually had to cuss. Like,
man, I'm angry. I can't stop myself.
Trey gives no fucks.
I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret on the Ringside Hangouts. When you play Mario Kart with this dude, he knows a lot of cuss words.
No. I know he knows cuss words. It's just that ever since his new living situations, he's kind of toned it down.
Yeah, Ganja, what you don't know on the Ringside Hangouts is I have a reputation of being a very angry person anyway and cursing the heck out these shows. I just have had to, I lost my smile, and now I can't do it as much.
Well, I'm going to show the YouTube chat really quick.
We all have to get our aggression out somehow, Trey.
Exactly. But the YouTube chat over here, I'm going to show these guys really quick. BBM is saying, like, dude, please tell me you finally enjoyed Raw. Unfortunately, and you'll see in a little bit when he reacts, like, yeah, we did not. And Jed, she was watching this with us. We actually had a rabbit together. It was a bunch of toasties that watched the Midnight Chat Attack and Double Toast, etc. We were all together as a family because I thought this was going to be beautiful. I thought at the end of the show, we're all going to share some fucking man tears and internet hug each other. Like, dude, this is why we love wrestling. And it was everything but. And even Jed saying, and this is free, but even Jed saying, give Jed their money back. And honestly, as I put on the side, I want my fucking money back, but the shit was fucking free. Like, but think about the people who spent money there.
Fuck that. I pay cable.
Yeah, and a very expensive cable.
You know the worst
I know Vic because they've constantly reminded me, somebody who doesn't watch WWE, to make sure to subscribe to the WWE Network for $9.99 a month.
Yeah.
But here, you know what? That is fucking, let's see, $180 fucking dollars cheaper than what I'm paying right now. But I was, but yeah. But what was I was about to say some shit, but that shit totally forgot.
Well, one thing too, and once again the YouTube chat. And by the way, I love the YouTube chat tonight too. You guys are fucking awesome. You guys are the only good thing about my fucking night tonight because even BBM saying, wait, they only had 2 matches. How long was this? Now, normally I would say, oh, it's just 3 hours. No, because once again, what's the one thing I complain about every fucking week, Hovig? The worst problem about. Well, yeah, but you know, in the backstage sense, I'll just tell you.
Oh, it's too long.
Well, not just too long, but they just can't do math. SmackDown will have, you know, twice the roster a fucking Raw episode would have, but they have a quarter of the time to do it. For some reason, no one took math in school for any of these fucking wrestling shows. So tonight, when they're supposed to end 5 minutes after the fucking last hour, they go another 15 after the 5, which is 20. They were 20 minutes late after that last hour because they had to rush the fucking finish to Revival and that long, boring-ass promo with DX and all the other fucking people from the old people's shelter, you fucking old bastards. Like, god damn it. Razor Ramon, dude. You know what, dude? Like, honestly, the most interesting thing about you is your fucking drug addiction, so just stick to that or just get off my fucking TV. Like, god motherfucker, damn. Dude. Like, oh.
He just went there.
Yeah, I just fucking went there because he looks like he's still on drugs anyways. He can barely fucking talk. He walks into the ring, he's like, hey, yo, what the fuck was that? You got one promo, you got one fucking catchphrase that you've been writing on for fucking, like, decades, and you can't even say that now.
Hold on. Where the fuck was Kevin Nash?
Oh, no.
Kevin Nash announced on Twitter that he wasn't going to show up anyway because he has some other obligations he had to take care of.
Last week, he said he was injured. By the way. So, these fucking druggies, these old fucking druggies, can't even stick to their own stories of why they're not going to fucking show up. God damn it, man. Fucking, the Stone Cold thing, I'm sorry, but fuck Stone Cold Steve Austin, too. You fucking over there with your same fucking stick. You can't even talk on the mic. You read the script and, you know, Mr. Oh, I can't show up to Tableau Tuesday against fucking Jonathan Coachman in 2005. Oh, man, I can't fucking go against Hulk Hogan because it wouldn't have been realistic. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. I can't jot to Brock Lesnar. I'll leave the entire fucking roster in the show because I can't lose to Brock Lesnar because it wouldn't make sense. But then you will go on the show and not even talk and trade beers for 15 minutes? Fuck you too, you bald old motherfucker. Like...
You can't compare an old thing to something recent. He's grown since then, and he even said on the podcast if he could do things different, he would change that and go ahead and do that. So
and,
you can't really do
and
that.
back then, even Stone Cold had his like whole little ego and his entitlement. So
Well,
Yeah.
honestly,
right now, he's like, "Fuck it, I'm getting paid. Why not?"
no, I
Yeah,
prefer,
for the
I
most
prefer
part,
that
you're just
because-
raging on about that because you're mad at the show, which I understand, but you can't really compare an old thing to
Yeah.
what happened recently
Well,
today.
It's just it's a character trait that I'm comparing. It's not an old situation. It's the fact that he was okay today to go in the ring and literally do that shit. Every time he does because he answers emails on his podcast, like Double Toasted does, where they send in emails and he asks him questions like, "Hey, Stone Cold, what do you feel about this? Hey, Stone Cold, what do you feel?" And he's so quick to talk shit about Roman Reigns, to talk shit about Bayley, to talk shit about Sasha Banks. He is so quick to talk shit about the WWE creative system and, "Oh, if I was there, I would do it this way." And then you agree to just drink beer for 20 minutes, all for a fucking paycheck.
But
you're no different.
that's what he did when he was on the roster.
Exactly, and not even that. Like on that podcast, they're giving him advice. You're just literally going off his podcast answers just to get mad at this show. Which, like I said, I get it because you're angry at the show, but at the same time, they're just something he's saying as advice. We all dream book, and they're just asking Austin his advice on what they do. Come on, nigga, you gotta be reasonable.
I'm not even talking about the advice thing. I'm not even talking about the advice thing. I'm talking about like actual fans asking questions. It's not a wrestler to wrestler thing.
Which is them ask when they ask him that.
Okay, we're getting
That's
wrapped up
what
in the same topic.
Austin's response is him. How he booked the show. If he was on the show, that doesn't mean that's what he'd actually do. And he's not exactly talking crap about the roster. If that was the case, they wouldn't show up on his podcast.
I know.
Honestly, I'm just happy to see Nick go off on something that ain't nerdy shit for a while and really lose his mind over it.
Yeah,
like I haven't seen this hate in a while.
No,
hey, welcome to the Ringside Hangouts, Ganja. Nice to meet you. This happens all the time.
No, but it's ridiculous to me because it's like this dude. Like, yeah, I always say this about podcasts too, and I even say about our own podcast where it's like, listen, if the show sucks, we gotta do good for our audience because we have to remember that someone's fucking listening to us. Just like when I watch Double Toast, and I hate when Corey goes on and his things about, "Oh, I drank last night." It's like, dude, don't lose sight of the fact that people spend their time listening to your fucking voice. Stone Cold. I'm sorry, dude, because I suck this dude's dick all the time. I'm always like, dude, Austin's the best thing fucking ever. And I always use him as an example for good shit. And I'm kissing his ass all the time. It hurt me deep down, honestly. And same with Undertaker. And I'll get to Undertaker in a bit because I know that's your boy, Hovig. And fuck him, too. Fuck Undertaker. But on top of that, this fucking dude will always talk shit about how WWE uses people, and then he just used them tonight for a paycheck. That's not fucking right, dude. That's robbing people. And the Undertaker... Dude, that fucking Manhattan Center, when they lit people, this is the most frustrating thing. They needed 2 arenas, right? Half the fucking show was people watching the show in a Titantron. People paid a ticket to go to an arena to watch the other show from the fucking Barclays Center on their Titantron on the big screen like a movie theater. And those tickets were $800, dude. And they just sat there and watched a fucking screen until the Undertaker came out and says, well, I'm taking souls and I'm old as fuck. Didn't build a feud. Didn't say goodbye. Didn't fully retire.
He fucking said goodbye. He said that
he
shit.
Said goodbye last year in WrestleMania.
He just said it today. He's like, in the end, it's time we all rest in peace. And that was his way of saying, I'm leaving. Bye, y'all.
Well, good thing it lasted 20 fucking minutes. His stupid walk to the ring. They didn't even dim the lights for the fucking dude. So, on top of Undertaker sucking ass,
you know what, Nick? Motherfucker.
That's the thing that's frustrating. Your shit turned off. You're fucking shit back in,
bro. You're like fucking bitch and moan about his fucking entrances and shit, and they finally don't do it. Now you're bitch and moaning that they didn't fucking do it.
They did do it. Did you watch the show?
Hey, Hovik, welcome to the Ringside Hangouts. Nice to meet you.
Also, it's everyone's first day here. Nice to know.
Wait, hold on. Were you not watching the show? He made his entrance. Were you trying to say he didn't do his fucking entrance? He did.
No, it was short as heck, dude. It wasn't even a long entrance.
Bro, he went from curtain to steps in less than 30 seconds.
No, he
pretty much.
He stood by the back and stayed there. I mean, we can go through the whole fucking thing and count the fucking minutes. It was still 3-minute fucking entrance when it was.
No, it was
steps.
not, dude. Nick, you're literally just raging, blinding at this point. It was not a long entrance tonight. If anything, I thought you'd be excited about that, but apparently you're so blinded that you want to say Undertaker did a long entrance when it wasn't a long entrance.
Trey, I literally counted it. I literally counted it because I was gonna make a joke about it on the fucking thing. If you would have, I'm serious. Like, we'll go watch it again. It was 3 minutes. Like, trust me, it was.
Maybe it was 3 minutes total until he started fucking talking, but he was already in the ring.
Why are we picking and choosing here? I said it was 3 minutes until he started talking, and the whole promo was like 10. Like, because it took forever for him to get through his fucking lines. Even after the music stopped, he's
barely
walked
even 10
around.
minutes.
Okay. Anyways,
he really showed up
on time. Hovig never fucking worked because for
no,
some reason
Nick,
I looked
no,
at a clock
Nick,
before.
this is seriously the worst nitpick you're actually fucking doing right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, then,
Dude, he literally came out. He was talking about his history, and then he pretty much said, "I'm leaving y'all, and then I'm gone." And no feud, and you're bitching and moaning that there is no feud. We don't want him to do a feud.
You don't want a feud.
Nobody wants a fucking feud.
I'm one numbnuts, so there you go. Like I just proved you fucking wrong because I do.
Wait,
so you're speaking for me.
one of like the only people that want a feud.
So, but don't say what I'm thinking. Like that doesn't make sense. Now you're telling me what I fucking think about something. I know what the fuck.
But the problem is that they're gonna start a feud, and you're still gonna be bitching and moaning.
No, I wouldn't.
Welcome to the ringside hangouts.
Okay, that joke, that's 3 times now. Like, goddamn.
Hey, third time's a charm.
It didn't charm. But the thing is like, you know, when
well, if you wanted a feud to happen, with who?
If he's gonna come out with anybody, Roman Reigns again, anything, it's better than fucking last year. I mean, anything. Sheamus, Cesaro, fucking Kane, fucking the Bludgeon Brothers.
You remember the fucking holes that he said he was digging? You're digging a big one right now.
I don't think so because last year when
fucking
you were like
Roman Reigns, Sheamus and shit. Come on.
Well, dude, if he's gonna come out to the ring, you already said bye, right? You already said I'm out. You put your fucking clothes in the ring. You did the Sims like take off your clothes. And fucking, like agala booga and the whole thing. Like we saw you take your clothes off a fucking year ago. Why did you come back to do a lesser version of what you already did last year?
Because everybody's still bitching and moaning, saying, "Is he retired or not?"
But this doesn't change anything.
And now he just literally answered it like further down.
And then in a month when he comes back, Hovig, because you know that's gonna happen because they already fucking like leaked the whole plans for him and John Cena. This is gonna be for nothing.
He's been saying that he does not want to do it.
Well, then we read the separate dirt sheets, which dirt sheets are not good to read anyways. But
I don't read the dirt sheets. I just fucking listen to like podcasts and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
and even
3
Brother
years in a row, he said he doesn't want to wrestle anymore, and he's wrestling.
And even Brother Love, who was actually there today, he even said that Taker said he does not want to do WrestleMania this year. He's done.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll see in 2 months, and then when that happens, I'll be like, oh, it's wrong. But it's like this conversation. It's like it's for one, it's gonna go nowhere because we can't tell the future. But what I'm saying though is he said this every year, and it's always been. I don't know why fucking wrestling nerds do this shit. Like, is he gonna wrestle or not? I don't know. He should quit. He should quit. And then when he comes back, I'm so excited, yay! It's like, do you want to quit or not? You fucking morons. Like, this happens every fucking year, and you know he's gonna come back because they got nothing else. You know.
But ironically, this is around the time when they start doing something for him.
No, it's usually February. Name me one time in January in the last 6 years that he's done something.
Last Royal Rumble.
No. That was not the case. No, that was not the case because he showed up a week before Royal Rumble, and then he just said, "Yo, I'm going to be in a Royal Rumble," and then you don't see him again until the end of February.
Nah, then you see him at Royal Rumble, and then they fucking Roman Reigns threw him over, and then the dirt sheets were correct, saying that, "Oh, here we go with that shit."
Yeah, and because I mean, you can go back and we can watch what we did for the Raw talks back then, but we were thinking he wasn't going to wrestle then either. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this happens every year, but. Besides the point, because no one's gonna be telling the other person that they're fucking right on this. Okay. But the
I just said you're just nitpicking, so yeah.
Well, okay, so I'm nitpicking. Like, yeah, I am nitpicking because there's so much shit to nitpick. There's so much shit wrong with this. And you like the Undertaker. You like the entrances, short or small. You like them with the lights on or off. It doesn't matter if the Undertaker's stupid big fucking forehead's in the goddamn way. Then you love it. But I fucking don't. Because I'm not going to let that shit get to me where it's because he's sold to me as he's so fucking great. Motherfucker can barely walk right, but he's so fucking great because he's done shit 30 years ago that was interesting, slightly. And fucking you like that shit and I don't. You know, I can decipher. I can fucking separate myself and my fandom to somebody to know what he's doing now. And today, now, when we're watching The Rabbit, everybody fucking left after that. That's how bad that shit was. It was so bad and so pointless that everybody left The Rabbit.
I was there. Not everybody didn't leave.
3 people left, and then the next statement after that was a fucking Elias Sampson, Chris Jericho thing, and then right after that it was Elias and the fucking he was playing guitar in the fucking ring and John Cena, and then it really cleared out. We're to the point where I was like, you know what, dude, let's just fucking end this, and I closed The Rabbit because no one wanted to be there anymore. That's how bad.
That shit was hilarious, man. It was like watching people in a war scene go down one by one.
So you could blame Elias and John Cena and Chris Jericho for that shit.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Your boy Chris Jericho. Everybody wants to talk about Chris Jericho. I was hyped for Chris Jericho too, but you know that shit was rough. He plays guitar in the back for a fucking second. That was your fucking big. Oh, Chris Jericho's coming back. Fucking goddamn it.
I didn't even know he was gonna be there.
We talked about this last week, Kovic. Now
We
you're
did?
not fucking paying
I don't
attention.
fucking remember.
Yeah, you literally said, "Oh shit, Chris Jericho," like you brought it to my attention. So now I'm fucking.
Did I?
confused. Yes.
Fucking remember.
So yeah, exactly. Fuck. So on top of that, you know, like fucking the women's thing. You know, you got Teddy Long coming over there. Would have been a cool thing to see Teddy Long do his fucking and the tag match playa and the whole thing. They had him after the fucking women's tag team match. Fucking stupid. But to move on from all of that, because I'm literally fucking mad. Like I don't know if you can tell, I'm fucking pissed off. So Ganja, when we left the Rabbit, I was like, dude, you gotta look at this shit. Trey sending me stuff. You gotta check this stuff out. What was the first thing you saw when I gave you the link again to watch the show?
It was some dude with a man bun arguing with Chris Jericho, and they were doing a long ass routine about the list. Then it cuts to the man in the light by himself doing this weird white boy with a guitar routine, and I saw everyone boo John Cena, which was fucking hilarious. I have no idea what was going on that whole segment.
Yeah, and on the topic of the crowd, because the thing that I thought you were going to refer to is when I sent you the second link, and when I gave you that second link, it was the old school arena, like the one that's in the Manhattan.
Oh, when they were about to set fire to the fucking arena?
Yeah, when they basically are screaming, "We want refunds," to the point where we were watching that, and the crowd was, you know, it's filled, but it's a small place, you know, it's a small, you know, the Manhattan Center is not huge, and you know, whatever the fuck, it being full is like Corey filling up a fucking bar. It's like it's not a big deal, but the goddamn thing, when they showed DX coming out and etc., like right before they showed them coming out. The fucking crowd from the top just left, just gone. No one's fucking there. And then for some reason, it felt more crowded in the bottom where the front rows are and the middle rows and etc. Apparently, everyone fucking left, and they just got all those people that had the cheap seats and just upgraded them because they needed to fill that area to look like someone gave a fuck about DX.
Oh, no. And the best part is they kept some people up there because at first you could see like rows of people on the nosebleed stands. But as the show progressed and it got closer to, I think it was the DX segment, you saw like maybe a bunch of holes in the bottom rows and then one line of people on the top rows. Everyone far back was gone.
And it was funny because you can hear conversations in the audience. You can hear guys yelling out words like, "Shut up!" or "Boo!"
Dude, they were yelling out refunds during the whole Shawn Michaels thing, and I could barely hear Shawn Michaels over the audience.
Because it was like an NXT arena thing. Honestly, and we have Toasty who wrestles for these really bad indie wrestling shows. Frisco Flame, Felix, gets so much more cheers than fucking Shawn Michaels and Triple H did tonight. Like, that crowd was as empty as CM Punk's first matches back in fucking IPW. That shit was fucking bad.
He threw it back that back.
It was fucking bad to the point where even when Finn Balor and those dudes came out, you hear a few nerds go "Yay!" but they didn't have anything to say, so it just got boring again. Razor Ramon.
You're skipping over the best part where the main arena itself, they had to get referee security guards in the audience to stop them from throwing shit and playing with volleyballs in the audience.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like, I don't know if anybody noticed that, but there were like 5 or 6 referees that were just hanging out in the audience for some reason.
Yeah. No, those are dudes. There's always audience members that dress up as referees at the fucking shows.
All right, that confused the fuck out of me, because I was like, damn, they literally got so much chaos going in the audience. They got
when I went to WrestleMania last year, man, there's like I don't know how many fucking referees and like cosplayers and shit in the fucking audience.
That confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah, they were right there in the front rows, right? You saw them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them too.
Yeah, man. And then the running out of time thing. You know,
that was hilarious, man. As somebody who doesn't watch the wrestling show a lot, there was a lot of things that I was picking up on that I knew that they were Russian shit. Like they had a match between, I think it was the Revival and the old DMX crew and a few other mentionable people, and that shit was like 4 minutes. I've never seen a WWE match go on that fucking fast.
Yeah.
But to the point that they were doing power moves left by left, and I straight told Nick, I was like, yo, by canon standards, that dude should be dead.
Yeah, he took a pedigree, a famouser, a fucking X Factor, a Sweet Chin Music.
And a coup de grace.
And the dude is still flopping around because he needs an excuse to get out of the ring. But if this was a video game, we wouldn't even be able to do half of those fucking second to last moves because it would have been a KO.
Bro, no, not even that, bro. Our fucking stamina meter would have been gone.
Yeah. It was weird, and it's like, and then they wouldn't sell it because they didn't have enough time to sell it. So like, someone will bounce up after a famouser, which I've been watching wrestling for fucking 25 years. I've never seen someone stand up and groggle.
You ain't getting back up after that shit.
Even a Dolph Ziggler famouser, you don't get up after.
Yeah, because you don't get up after that shit. That shit's ass to head to fucking ground.
Yeah, and this dude acted like he got a fucking stunner. You know? Like,
what about with the main event? They just brought out like half the roster that was supposed to do segments out to the ring to watch the fight. Why?
Godfather.
No reason. Because we kind of overstepped our time a little bit, but don't pay attention to that. Watch the guys fight.
Yeah.
No, that was more like okay, we got 3 behemoths, we ain't getting involved type of thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, what I thought what it was it was just like for them to give a reason to give these guys some time to talk and everything. Because the thing is, they had a lot more shit planned. Chris Jericho was like, because I was watching the 2-hour pre-show thing that was before this, or the 1-hour pre-show, and then like,
1 hour.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot of other things too, though, like before that pre-show. Yeah, well, I was hyped. I was like, dude, I can't wait for tonight. I'm fucking hyped. I was so fucking excited for tonight, and they fucking killed me. And yeah, man, as I was watching this fucking pre-show, they're like, oh, Chris Jericho, he has some stuff to do with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and they're gonna be there tonight. And he actually had interviews of Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho fucking backstage. They were at the arena. They never used them. AJ Styles was there too. They never used him. I thought there was gonna be a Raw versus SmackDown Royal Rumble build-up thing. They never did it. The New Day, why were they fucking there? The New Day was there because they were gonna do a segment, because the New Day is actually a pretty big fucking deal right now. They never used it. They just had to get these guys out to the fucking ring because there was nothing they could do in 3 minutes to let them do their whole bit.
Yeah, the only thing they did was the APA thing. Other than that, it was pretty much everybody that was at the APA, even MVP who was advertised. I didn't understand why MVP was advertised if all he was going to do was the APA thing. And then, matter of fact, most of the people that was advertised was just doing the APA thing, besides Chris Jericho, who I think got advertised on Twitter. But even that, it was just him doing a thing with Elias Sampson. It was just everything in the show was just done horribly. It was booked horribly. I don't understand what exactly happened. I gotta say, the only positive thing that happened was the match between Roman and Miz. I did enjoy that match, and it was I think they actually tore the house down over a very bad show. It was a breath of fresh air from all the terrible wrestling we got, and it's cool to see Miz won the Intercontinental Championship. So thumbs up for that.
And that was
like the only positive thing in this golden turd of a show.
And that was like midway-ish through the fucking show too, kind of.
And I hate saying this, but this show was so bad. My favorite part was a Matt Hardy bit. I'm sorry, but like that wasn't actually a good match. The Roman Reigns match, they both were being lazy. Miz is never that lazy. They were being lazy as fuck that match.
Well, to me, I think the match started getting better as it was getting to its close. Like after it came back from commercial break and it was getting like more to the ending, that's when it really started to kick in and started getting a little better. With the Miz and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but the Matt Hardy match, right away, Matt Hardy's wailing on Bray Wyatt like a motherfucker. And, I mean, yeah, the entrance is stupid and whatever the fuck, but it's like, it was pretty quick. And they told their story, and right after commercial break, the match ends in like 30 seconds. I was like, okay, you know what? Even though I hate this match, even though it's so fucking stupid, they've been building this for 2 months, and yet you're not going to do this at Royal Rumble, which is next fucking week, you dumb motherfuckers. But
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's in 6 days.
Yeah. And it's like, you dumb fucks, and you're gonna give this match away for this. But
hold on, what the fuck is the card for Royal Rumble this fucking Sunday?
I don't even know.
Man, after this go home show, 25th anniversary bullshit, I don't give a fuck.
I honestly don't want to do this show on
clusterfuck of a show.
Yeah, I'm so fucking mad.
There's only 6 matches, 2 Royal Rumble matches, the Brock match, AJ Styles, the Seth Rollins, Jason Jordan match, and the Usos match. That's fucking it?
Yeah. It's so bad. And, like, tonight, there's so many opportunities. Let's get into that really quick, too. Because, like, Ganja, I'll start off with you, actually, because you don't really watch wrestling. Is there an opportunity that you feel was missed out? Like, if you were the person... like, well...
I wish I was on camera. My face broke down when you asked me that shit. You think there was missed opportunities tonight? The whole fucking 3 hours, man. Were you paying attention? Dude, this is hold on, man. This is their 25-year anniversary, all right? Allie and a bunch of people, Alan, who don't watch wrestling, this should have been the time to pull us in, or at least give us an entertaining show with all these flashbacks, all these hardcore legends that we all know to come to love from even our childhood days, or just remember seeing them on TV from when our parents watched the shit. And they missed the ball with that. The legends weren't good, and the matches they did have were mediocre or rushed. Or to the point where the audience didn't give a fuck what was happening anymore, and I heard them asking for refunds over the actual dialogue. I'm a huge fan of Shawn Michaels. Me and Nick have gotten into this a bunch of times because he thinks Shawn Michaels is just a pretty boy F word. You know the proper word. But I really love Shawn Michaels. He was my dude. I like that he was kind of the underdog to a certain degree because everyone thought he was this flamboyant kind of dude to a degree. And just to see him just be shit on by the whole audience while he's trying to get to his dialogue, show me how much they cared about this show. That they weren't even hyped to see DX, which is one of the staples about the brand.
Yeah, it was a main event. Oh, that's the thing. The main event tag team match of the show, when you got all these legends and all these fucking characters and Raw and SmackDown, etc., was a mid-card tag team match by Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows versus fucking Revival. Holy good fucking lord. Yeah, you're saying...
Nick, when you messaged me...
Oh, what did you say, Trey?
I was like, Nick, when you messaged me, like, this is the main event, I was just broken at that point. I was just like, I don't know what to respond to you. Because I was just like, I don't know, man. This is bad all around.
And don't forget, we had Titus Worldwide versus Heath Slater on Rhino.
Man, they did all that just for the Dudley Boys setup, which was dumb.
Oh, and then why did Rhino throw Heath Slater in? Fuck!
Well, my best friend Sai said that. The reason why is because there's been that storyline building up for the past couple of weeks about him trying to make Heath Slater stronger.
Heath Slater a man, yeah.
Yeah, make him a man, yeah.
And one thing that's really frustrating me too is the lack of build-up in certain things. Like, okay, like for instance, and maybe I stopped paying attention back because when I was there the whole time, but you had a chance to show somebody like an Alley or a Jet or a Tay who was watching this with us and Rabbit some good like physical wrestling shit. You could have showed the cruiserweights because you don't need no storyline or some like, oh, this old fuck was great 30 years ago. Like, you could just show us some good shit from today because cruiserweights are awesome. And especially with Enzo being gone because he fucking raped somebody because WWE is so fucking stupid that they can put the title on a piece of shit like that after how many troubles he has with the locker room. They keep doing that because Vince is a fucking sex freak too. But like, the thing is, you know, Enzo's gone. We got the fucking... He has a match at Royal Rumble with fucking Hideo Itami, I believe, for the
No, he doesn't.
Okay, who is it against?
Nobody. It's not even there.
No, well, now it's not because he's fucking fired. Or he's suspended. Anyways.
Yep.
Basically, he had a match because I watched 205 last week, so I know this because they're building... This is supposed to be a really big match, actually. So, he's fucking not there. You could have put the belt on somebody else. You could have had like a Royal Rumble of cruiserweights. Why not have a 10-man battle royal and do all your fucking flips and everything, and then Tony Nese or somebody wins the fucking CWC belt? Nope, no cruiserweights at all. You could honestly, if I said, "Hey Ganja, you know, what'd you feel with the cruiserweights?" You would not know what the fuck I'm talking about because you didn't get to see him tonight.
Man, cruiserweights. All I saw was the chick fight, which was usually the best stuff when I watch wrestling with you guys, but now it was really mediocre, and I felt like Paige was there because they have Paige there for no reason.
Yeah, especially because of back pain. So she's
just no, she's technically the leader of Absolution, so that's why she was there at ringside.
Yeah, but like the way they set her up, it was like she was gonna wrestle, and I was like, okay, cool. Like I guess she's came back from injury or some shit, and I was like, all right, I guess they're just doing her as a prop placement because you know her injury, and that kind of just flayed me. And just seeing them how they all wrestled, it was just mediocre. And I'm actually hoping to check out the Royal Rumble because they're gonna do the first women's division, and I want to check it out, and I hope that's good and decent compared to what we saw tonight.
Yeah, but like, as
man,
far as, like,
oh, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
No, because I was just gonna say, and then I was gonna ask you next too, actually. So good thing you unmuted yourself. But like, as far as like missed opportunities for me, 'cause I know Ganja laughed his ass off. But like, there's little tiny things. Like for instance, the Royal Rumble thing. This would have been a great reaction to have like the real good, awesome divas come out, like Layla or fucking Lita. How are you gonna have fucking Kelly and Jacqueline and no fucking Lita? What the fuck were you thinking?
What is there a beef with Lita? Because they had no problem showing China during any of the highlights. I don't know if you noticed that they showed her all throughout the fucking highlights for 25 years, and they've had a beef with her since like after her death and even during her living time.
No. Lita just couldn't make it to the show. There's no beef because if there was still beef, Billy Gunn wouldn't be at the show because he recently got fired from WWE like a year ago for steroid use or whatever. So I'm pretty sure it's no beef. I think they're all right.
Yeah, but Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you're gonna ask about missed opportunities, right, Nick?
Well, no. Well, basically, what I was going to say about my missed opportunity, like on top of that thing, and speaking of women, like we're pretty sure. I mean, there's been some leaks about apparently Ronda Rousey has signed a WWE contract. It would have been so huge. It's WWE 25th anniversary. Jonathan Coachman's on the show. You know he's gonna be doing his Sports Center show tomorrow night. Whatever the fuck. Wouldn't it be so great to say, hey, Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey was on WWE 25 tonight? That would have been huge. That would have been massive. Or The Rock. The Rock's Jumanji is still at the top of the box office. That would have been big. Extra eyes on the product. Something. And it would have been big. How the fuck did you not have Ronda Rousey? And how the fuck did you not have SmackDown stars go and attack, or SmackDown women go attack the Raw women? It's the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. This is the biggest thing. I've been wanting this shit since fucking 2012. And seriously, you can't do that shit? Like, that was a huge missed opportunity. I feel like Ronda Rousey, like, it was like for sure she was going to show up because it would be fucking retarded not to. Any damn brainer. But I'm trying to ask you, I know there's tons of missed opportunities, but which one do you feel like it's the most important that they missed out on?
Besides the women stuff, because I was pretty like, because the thing is, I saw Trish Stratus excited and that she was like dressed up in attire and everything, like she was gonna be in an actual match, and then when they just pulled that bull crap where it would just say hey to everybody, I was just like, man, really? Like, what was this bull crap? But oh man, there's so much that they just messed up on. I can't really specifically name one. Honestly, I've been trying to think how I would have booked the show way better than this, because they did an anniversary show a couple of years ago that was actually pretty fantastic, and I just don't understand how did we come to the 25th anniversary where it was just a very badly done, horrible show. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I mean, it started off amazing, hype, Stone Cold, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, all the like references between their feuds like throughout the years. It was amazing. I bought into it. I'm like, oh man, this show's gonna be great. And then it just kept progressing, and I'm just like, oh god, what is this? This is what I hate about watching WWE constantly on an everyday basis. I feel like with the way things are booked nowadays, it's hard for me to think how I would have done things different. Well, for one, that 2 arenas bullshit, I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement, would have never done that, because they've done old school Raws before in the past where they didn't have 2 arenas. Why couldn't it just been another old school Raw? Like, what was wrong with that? Like old school Raw was great.
I was thinking the same shit earlier. I was like, why didn't they just take the fucking anniversary and just keep it as old school Raw? Because that's what they normally fucking do. I understand it's the 25th anniversary, but there have been so many fucking old school Raw episodes that we've had that was better than this shit.
The one thing,
100%, dude.
One thing that drove me nuts. I felt like the show was written by 2K, the guys who make the video games. Because another thing I can't stand. Okay, like the 1980s thing. Sometimes when you use new announcers, it's like, okay, you can't get these old guys. Most of them are fucking dead. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have Gorilla Monsoon on it, or Bobby Heenan. But like, tell me why every wrestler on the show was from the Attitude Era. You got Jim Ross from the Attitude Era, Jerry Lawler from the Attitude Era, and you still gotta do that hokey ass fucking goddamn 1980s Raw, or not 1980s, 1993 Raw, but that weird noise with the siren playing. That was fucking impossible. Yeah, and like people in the Rabbit who don't watch
the alarm shit. The siren.
We had 2 people in the Rabbit. They were like, yo, what's up with that fucking ringing? And I'm so crazy over fucking wrestling. I'm so fucking mentally handicapped over this shit that I didn't even catch the ringing, because I'm used to this shit. I'm used to watching these old school Raws where it's like making this loud fucking noise piercing in my fucking brain because Vince thinks it's kind of cool. Like, no. Every wrestler on there, except for Ted DiBiase in the background and fucking Bruce Pritchard, who I thought was working with TNA. I don't even know why the fuck he's on this goddamn show. But it's like, why was this not Attitude Era Raw? They even put a video up on YouTube having the old school Raw Anthrax Thorn in Your Eye song with the new wrestlers. Why wasn't this 1998 Raw? That doesn't make sense to me. And why did you have guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin and shit go to the new school Raw and not the old school Raw? He's old. Why would you put that? Why was Matt Hardy on the old school Raw? And then...
For the Matt Hardy thing, I actually have something on that. I think the reason why they had Matt Hardy on the old school Raw is because they're referencing the fact that, like, years ago, when Bray Wyatt was 7, he jobbed to his father, IRS man. So that's the only thing I can guess on that. It was just like a reference to that.
Okay, that makes sense. But, you know, like, that stuff, I mean, even the Revival match, and I guess they had to do something with DX or whatever the fuck, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you give your coolest moments, like, and I hate the Undertaker bit, but, like, people were really hyped about that. why not use that for your main show? You know, the arena that can actually turn the fucking lights down. You know, oh wait, no, they can't turn the lights down at the old arena because they did it for fucking Bray.
NDX.
Yeah, NDX.
Hey man, all I know is when I heard my favorite dude come into the ring with his beautiful, glorious laugh, I'm gonna do it for you, Nick, because I know you love it so much. I knew I was in for a good fucking match, all right? And I was happy because I actually got to see wrestling for the whole show. That is quote unquote 25 years of wrestling at Raw, which was very lacking in wrestling. I don't know fucking why.
It was less than a quarter of wrestling on this show, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wrestling show. Road wrestling.
Because everybody was doing their own podcast.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I watched a card game, Nick. A fucking card game.
And dude, I was so interested in the card game versus the rest of the show. I was so fucking bored and so fucking mad. I was like, you know what? Stick on them. What's the APA gonna do with the card game?
I was talking shit about the card game just a second ago, but I'm not gonna lie. After like the third or fourth segment of that shit, I was like, all right, at this point, the whole roster is gonna be out here, and like 5 different tables are gonna be set up, and then have one Indian dude there to make it legal.
Yeah.
No, wow.
Oh, that motherfucker just said that.
Like just the trip, how long the shit was just going on for. Like I was waiting for there to be a casino behind the fucking building.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. This fucking show. I mean, I'm trying to think. There's other shit too, but I can't go on and on all day. And I mean, I can, but like I'm not gonna hurt y'all ears. By the way, I'm sorry to go to YouTube channel. I just want to yell. But I mean, and yes, like Bob said, or Cedric, he's saying, thankfully we got NJPW. I honestly, this is scarring me from fucking wrestling. I don't want to see any more choreographed naked men fucking wrestling each other anymore. I'm fucking done. Like oh god, yeah, this show was a -5. Like I can't fucking go any fucking lower. I cannot. This is worse than Roadblock. This is worse than last year's WrestleMania. This is worse than the fucking house shows in WWE 1997 in February, where they did those fucking house shows with British Bulldog versus Triple H 3 fucking times in a row, ladies and gentlemen. This was worse than those fucking combined. Unbelievable. I literally was like tortured. Because I wanted to leave the fucking Rabbit, and I was like, I advertised we're all gonna be watching together and everything on Rabbit. We're not doing that again, by the way. I'm never doing this shit again.
Like your lesson after people started dropping out like flies.
It was embarrassing. It's literally embarrassing. I'm like, go watch this thing that I talk about on the MCA all the time. And I'm like, hey, watch your show, Rich. I hate it. I'm fucking wrestling. And then Justin with his gay ass is like, oh, cinema's great. Now I'm elitist. Fuck wrestling. He's right now. What can I say to Justin after tonight? What the fuck can I say? Star Wars wins. Fuck, Jesus, let's watch fucking La La Land. Like, I need a white dude to play black jazz. Fucking A.
Jesus Christ.
I hate this fucking show so fucking much. Yeah, -5. Fuck this show, Ganja. What would you rate it out of 5?
Shit, I rated this maybe like a 1 because I did have fun with the few of the segments. Like did have fun when the 3 behemoths, as Hovick likes to call them, did show up, and they did have an opposing force. And I get why they're hyping these guys so much for the fight, and it does make sense. And I did like this. They did do wrestling. They went hard on each other. I don't know if because they were rushing them because they were almost done with the time, but they did kick each other's fucking asses, which I appreciated having a 3-hour show with hardly any wrestling. And the women's division, even though I expected more from the ladies because that's what I've come to expect from them, seeing them, a few of them from NXT and a few other divisions, I'm still hopeful, and I do want to check out I don't know if I'm going to be part of the ringside hangouts of that, but I do want to check out the Royal Rumble with you guys. But me personally, man, this show is definitely 1 out of 5. Shout out to my boy, Woken Hardy. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I love you. You keep annoying my brother, Nick, because I love that laugh.
Delete.
I hate y'all. Why'd you rate this show?
Oh man.
You know what? Actually, I'll give you a rating for you. You know what?
Go ahead.
Here it is. That's what you give it right there.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh, you ungrateful old fat fucks, man! Don't come back.
Oh man, fuck that shit. Don't blame them, Nick. I'll let you know right now. If that was us, any of us from the ringside hangouts, that would be one of us passed out, or you playing on your phone playing Pokemon.
No, fuck
especially if they freaking only had one thing on the TV, and it took freaking like what 2 hours for another match to happen on the fucking TV screen? Man, fuck this. I'm gonna go. Man, this show was fucking terrible. What the fuck did I see on my motherfucking TV screen? I got excited. I got my best friend's side. I'm like, wait, we're on 25th anniversary. It's gonna be awesome. Me and Nikki, we talked about it this morning, being hyped up for it. And what the fucking fuck was that? That is the worst shit, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and give it. This was worse than Roadblock. I've been defending everybody but saying, no, it's not worse than Roblox. It's not worse than Roblox. Dude, this was Roblox times the bullshit times 2. What the fuck? I'm so mad, Nick. I ain't gonna do a lead up to my fucking end game. The end thing. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we Ringside Hangout for SmackDown. We might do a fucking Ringside Hangout show. I wouldn't care if we did, because that shit fucking sucks. Now, Wednesday's a midweek chat attack. Watch the midweek chat attack. You know, we talk about movies, actual good content. And then Friday, hey, we talk about good games on Friday on the Gaming Show. Check out the MCA Facebook page. We got some good shit there, except for goddamn fucking good wrestling. And then Saturday's the main fucking event, the Midnight Chat Attack. Join us on the motherfucking Midnight Chat Attack page, 7:30 CST. It's the main event. It's better than the bullshit we deal with on Monday and Tuesdays. Hell, how about we don't do a Wwe Raw show this Sunday? That's gonna be bullshit. And no, we ain't turn no fucking clock back around. Cause you know what happened last time we turned the clock back around? We got a fucking 25th anniversary of bullshit.
So this wasn't an ultimate thrill ride for you, was it?
Fuck you!
Your fucking shit's muted, dude.
I'm not muted, but I'm fucking terrified. I've never seen Angry Trey. This is the first for me.
Oh, for the fourth time, welcome to the Ringside Hangouts.
So, I'm sorry, I wasn't even supposed to be here today, Trey.
People, I don't think we even need a number. Trade sentiments, exactly. I can't yell that loud because I got neighbors and my mother. But that is how I feel inside. His shit's still broken. Trey yelled so much and took his fucking mark.
My gimmick. My fucking gimmick.
Oh, there you go.
Y'all want some VR? Because we need some virtual reality for this shit.
Stick the landing nights. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oculus Rift to anybody?
Oh my god.
But
dude.
my rating, 1.5.
1.5, man. Preach, brother. Train ride. Yes.
Yeah, I found my smile, guys. I had to find it on this bullshit.
Oh my god. Raw was worth this. People, that's it.
I had to find my smile on this bullshit.
No, fuck your smile. You found your fucking voice again.
People, we are done.
Fuck WrestleMania. Fuck Slammer Slam. Fuck this Raw 25th anniversary.
Ultimate thrill ride!
Now WrestleMania is way better than this shit.